Hey y'all, this battle me is by Omari, back at you with another video. So in this one, I'm going to be telling y'all my top 5 favorite villains in the Dragon Ball universe. My top 5 favorite. Zarbon. I have to put my boy Zarbon in this. When it comes to henchmen, Zarbon was always my favorite. From him being a proper spoken, pretty boy, he brought a different feel to Frieza's whole crew. Not to mention his race. I mean, it's interesting. Like, they have these good looks, and when they get pissed off, they transform into this frog-like reptilian creature that they try to avoid because of the way that it looks. And I mean, it's tight. I always liked Zarbon, and not to mention he was powerful as hell. I mean, he couldn't stand Vegeta, and he enjoyed beating the shit out of him the first time they fought. It was hilarious. So if I was to ever have an evil empire, Zarbon would definitely be in my recruitment. No doubt. Cell. Now, normally I would have Cell higher on the list, but when I really think about it, he isn't that deep of a character. I love Cell, like I love his attitude, and the guy can fight his ass off, and his will to be perfect was great too. But as far as a villain goes, he really doesn't have that much depth. He's basically an evil version of Goku, to where he just wanted to be strong and fight strong people. That was Cell's real goal. And I mean, when he first appeared, man, when he was in the city, that was horror, man. I mean, we were like, what the heck is going on? All we saw was dead bodies and clothes all around the city. Like, that completely changed the tone of Dragon Ball at that point. Not to mention, he gave us the greatest fight in Dragon Ball history against Goku. Oh, and here's a fun little fact. Toriyama originally created the second form Cell to be his final form, but Toriyama's editor didn't really favor it, so he designed a perfect form Cell. Frieza. I mean, come on, you can't have a favorite villain list without having Frieza on it. I mean, the moment this guy showed up, the tone was changed for Dragon Ball. Like, once again, he changed the tone. Like, it got completely evil from where the Saiyan saga was. This guy was something else. Like, it's not just the fact that he was evil. It's more so the fact that he controlled an entire empire that not bought and sold, he took planets by force and sold them on the market. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. That brings a lot of depth to Frieza's character, because it shows responsibility, a level of responsibility with him needing to control an entire empire like that and having all his minions fear him. I mean, he really had that Darth Vader thing about him, where he would kill one of his minions without even a second thought for even second guessing one of his decisions. So yeah, man, Dragon Ball Z Frieza definitely influenced a lot of these villains that we have today. Definitely did. So he's definitely in my top 5. Dr. Gero. This guy has haunted Goku from Dragon Ball and all the way to GT, if you follow the GT timeline. I mean, he is one of Goku's greatest adversaries. And it's not even his power, because we know he's not all that powerful, not even back in the Android saga. It's his intelligence that makes him dangerous. I mean, it rivals Bulma's, and that's saying a lot. I mean, this guy's hate for Goku really drove him mad, and the fact that he created all these powerful androids, he's got to be number 2 on my list. And now for some honorable mentions. Majin Buu. He's cool. He was very dangerous as a villain, but his goal was just destruction. That's it. The only thing that made Majin Buu kind of interesting was when he absorbed other characters that gave him actual personality. But yeah, he's not really that interesting of a character. The One-Star Dragon, yeah, dope design. I love his design. One of the best designed villains in Dragon Ball. But his goal is just destruction. That's just not interesting to me. Like, all he survived to do was to destroy and then go back to the Dragon Balls. That's it. That's just not all that interesting. but he is the most powerful villain in Dragon Ball. Turles, one word, savage. I mean, this is the guy. This is the embodiment of what the Saiyans were. This dude was a straight up savage, beat the shit out of Goku with no remorse, none whatsoever. Turles was a beast. Not to mention, it's the first time we would ever really see what an evil Goku would look like and act like. And now for my number one favorite Dragon Ball villain of all time, Baby. I mean, how can you be a Dragon Ball fan and not appreciate Baby? I mean, the guy's backstory, how his people were betrayed by the Saiyans, and it made you feel almost sorry for Baby. He's the embodiment of the king of the truffles, and his goal is what really made Baby stand out. I mean, it was not just destruction. He didn't care to kill anybody, really. He wanted to gain back what was taken from him by the Saiyans. His people, his planet, his home, and at the same time getting his vengeance for what Vegeta's father did to his people. And just the way he went about it was just savage. He took over the body of the Prince of the Saiyans. Like, that was just, writing wise, that was poetry. It was great. And he basically took Goku's entire family and turned them against him. His entire family, his friends, everybody, the planet that he loved so much, turned them all against Goku. And to be honest, Baby is one of the very few villains that actually succeeded in his goal to basically take over all the Saiyans and recreate his home planet. He succeeded in that. I mean, eventually he was killed in the end, but because, he's a villain and all, but yeah, he succeeded in his goal. And that one time when Goku really realized his friends were gone, when Bulma told Goku to go basically fuck himself, I have never seen Goku that angry since Krillin died. Like, he was pissed. He was going to kill Baby. So, yep, that's why Baby is my number one villain in Dragon Ball. So, let me know what y'all think. If y'all agree with my list, if you don't agree, if you have your own list, I'm interested to see what your guys' favorite villains are, what your top 5 are, and I'll see you on the next video. Alright.